afternoon on KTN News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Brenda Zeda Radido. Let's begin with that visit by Indonesian President, that is Joko Widodo. The leader of Southeast Asia, biggest economy, is in Kenya for a state visit and is currently holding a bilateral engagement with his host, President William Ruto. Now, this is Widodo's first visit to Kenya and the continent and is aimed at boosting relations with countries Indonesia has relations with. During a news conference streamed on the Presidential Secretariat's YouTube account, the president highlighted the historical significance of Indonesia's connection with Africa. He pointed out that Indonesia played a vital role in the 1955 Asia-Africa Conference held in the city of Bandung, which addressed the East rivalry and fostered a commitment to avoid involvement in the Cold War, by establishing the non-movement. And quote unquote, as I am back on this visit to African countries during the talks at State House Nairobi, a preferential trade agreement with Indonesia will most likely be signed. The trade deal will seek to show up market access through the slashing of tariff barriers and creation of a favorable business environment to reverse the drop in the volume of traded goods that the two countries witnessed in 2022.
Specifically, because this is a historic visit, the first one by an Indonesian head of state to Kenya. And I want to say, Your Excellency, we don't take it for granted. Thank you very much for the consideration you have made to visit our country. Kenya, as I explained to you, Your Excellency, is the cradle of mankind. We are very happy, therefore, to welcome you home. This is where humanity began. And the next time you come, Your Excellency, when you have a bit of time, we will take you to pay a visit to where your ancestors came from. This visit, Your Excellency, is also a sign of goodwill and commitment to advance and cement the close historical ties enjoyed by our two countries. President Widodo and I have had fruitful bilateral engagement during which we discussed various issues, set out priority areas of cooperation, and witnessed the signing of the memoranda that you have seen here and a letter of intent to strengthen commercial collaboration and the promotion of investment between our two countries. This visit by Your Excellency reaffirms the strong bonds of friendship between our nations and show our interest in deepening and strengthening our partnership to enable us thrive now and into the future. During our discussions, President Widodo and I seized the opportunity to share ideas about scaling up on collaboration to seize an emerging opportunity towards improving the balance of trade between our two countries. The position at the moment is that we are importing close to $500 million of products of different categories from Indonesia, and we export just under $100 million of product. That speaks two things. Number one, that we have an uneven trade imbalance, and also that the scope is not what we would expect. Both those give us the two opportunities to balance our trade, but to also scale up our trade between our two countries. The instruments that have been signed here will go a long way in providing the necessary environment for us to scale up that trade. I have also agreed with my good brother, President Widodo, and our delegations that we will be working on a preferential trade agreement between our two countries that will be concluded, as has been instructed.
So now the